Hey, fellow adult collectors, welcome back. What's in the box? What's in the box? This is obviously a CGC box. CGC sent more books to me that I had sent in to have graded. Nothing huge in here, not in this box, but wanted to share it anyways. There's a lot of people that express an interest in seeing that stuff coming out and talking about it and whatever, and that's cool. I did a couple of other unboxings before with this kind of stuff, and in the future you'll see some really surprising keys coming out that I've been picking up from conventions. I've been getting like really badly graded or damaged cases at shows and busting them open and cleaning them up and reading them and resubmitting them. But we're going to go ahead and I'll put this down, and then we're going to stand it up and we'll take a look at it and we'll talk about it. Like I said, nothing too spectacular, but kind of fun nevertheless. So we will see. And of course, you know, the way that they pack these is very well done. You know, the way that they pack these up is very well done. You see there's an inch of that corrugated cardboard, and it's rare that I've ever heard of one of these getting smashed up in shipping. But we'll go ahead and we'll start off here. And that is Spider-Man Unlimited #1 key issue, because it is a #1 issue. How's the glare on that?
No glare.
Oh, excellent. Everybody can see it. That was a concern last time. We were like, okay, you know, let's try to get the glare off. And this is from 1993, and it's not that significant of a book outside of the fact that it is a #1 issue. And in the 90s, they were producing a lot of books also. You know, a lot of variant covers and things like that. Sometimes it can be tough to find a higher graded version of this because it's a thick book. So you look at that $3.95 price tag on there for a 93 edition also. And then I do have one more. I got two of these in a 9/8. Didn't take much to work on these to get them in that type of condition. So two of those. This is a key right here, and this is an older X-Men title, 1983, and this is the first appearance of the adult Madeline Pryor in a 9/6. And this is a book that I worked on also. The other two, they weren't that far off. I just figured a quick press couldn't hurt them, the Spider-Man Unlimiteds. This one took a little bit more work. I think it was like a 9. It wasn't bad. But again, clean it, press it. It is a key. It's not like a major key. And at a 9/6, you're not going to get grader's notes either. So I can't even go in and see. It says grader's notes unavailable. I can't even double check to see, all right, what's quite off about it. But that's pretty close at a 9/6. It's a nice book. And I'll show you the back too. It's got a neat vintage video game ad on the back. It's always interesting to see. I'll show you the back of this one too. It's got another nice ad. I've got a cat under me, and hopefully she doesn't knock anything down. But we'll take a look at the back of the Spider-Man Unlimited also. So you can look at those classic ads. Hey Kitty. Now Kitty's rubbing on the camera legs.
Kitty, you're knocking the camera off.
This is another key. This is a much bigger key, actually. Vintage or classic X-Men. I guess technically it is vintage, actually. And that is the first appearance of Mr. Sinister. And I actually had two of these titles. Two of the...
Push it over this way, so.
That's good? Okay. The X-Men 221 there, first Mr. Sinister, I had two of them that I worked on, and they were both like maybe an 8.5 before I cleaned and pressed them. Come on, kitty. What are you doing? And then on the back of it here, oh, you want me to?
Yeah, just give me a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
On the back of it here is an ad for Amazing Spider-Man Annual 21 with the Mary Jane wedding. Whoop. And now you see I have a cat friend. Can you see my cat friend?
Nope, all I see is book.
Oh. Well, somebody wants to see the kitty.
No, they won't. They're gonna see book.
Well, show them the cat.
Nobody wants to see
ask.
that cat.
She is purring so hard you could probably hear her from there. Kitty. And here's the other one. So this one all the way up to a 9.6. Almost made it, folks. I almost made it to a 9.8 with those two submissions. But that's all right, though. I mean, that's good work. That's really good work. And next here, and I had one of these last time, and this is Spider-Woman #1. And I had a Spider-Woman #1 last time, and I think after working on it, it was like a 9.2, and this one's a 9.6. So again, getting a little closer, guys. I almost made it. And this is another book, of course, that I worked on. You know, cleaned it and pressed it, picked it up at a show and gave it some love, and cleaned it up again, probably an 8.5, which is still a pretty good grade anyways. But you'd be surprised what you can do with a good cleaning and pressing if you're methodical about it. Right, kitty? And I'll go ahead and flip this and let you take a look at the advertisements on the back. You remember these ads? Did you ever send away for any of that stuff? This one, not necessarily a significant book. It's from 1984, X-Men 181. I don't think anything major happened in there, but this is another one that it was probably like an 8.5, and I just wanted to see what I could do with it. And after I got it cleaned up and pressed, it was so clean, I figured, you know what, I want to submit this, and I want to see. And I pulled a 9.8 out of it. Too bad I couldn't have done that with Spider-Woman, because I'm trying. But I'm happy with it. It was good work. It was good work. It came out nice. And again, like I said, it's not a key book at all. But I like it. And I'll show you the ad on the back of that. It's a nice, looks like Popeye. Was Popeye on here? No, it's Commodore 64. Oh, okay, 8 ways you can play Frogger. And it names all the different game systems that they're making Frogger for. And moving right along. And guys, this is a key issue, and it's one to watch out for, and it's one that's kind of difficult to get in a really good grade. And this one came in at a 9.6, and that's Amazing Spider-Man 365 with the holofoil cover. And it's really tough to find these in high grade, although a lot of them were printed. there was 3 of these actually. I think Web of Spider-Man, and what was the other one? Peter Parker. I might not be Peter Parker, but there's 3 that were put out at the same time with that holofoil cover. And Marvel produced a ton of them because they were doing that in the early to mid 90s a lot. And even though a lot of them were made, it's tough to find them in a higher grade because it's a very thick book. It's like freaking triple sized. And then that hologram is very easily scuffed or scratched or rubbed up, and it gets a lot of marks on it. And it is a key because it's the first appearance of Spider-Man 2099, and that is a character that Marvel's been looking into for quite a while, that they might bring into the Spider-Verse, if you will. So now's the time if you're interested in something like this, because of course you know that when Spider-Man 2099 becomes a reality, it's going to be hard to find this in certain grades. And I did have 2 of these. And this one is also a 9.6. So 2 of those and a 9.6, which I went ahead and just got graded because I, at some point in the future, I might can trade them with somebody for something else that I want. And you can really see, if I turn that sideways and compare it to another book, how much thicker the case is to accommodate the size of that book. Just comparing it to one of the previous books that we looked at, it's a big book in there. And like I said, that contributes to making it difficult to finding these in a halfway decent grade. And that hologram is almost always like rubbed up and damaged. And one more, and this is another one that I was like, it cleaned up really good. I didn't quite make it. And that is the Captain America 252. And I don't believe that it's a key of any kind, but it was probably an 8 when I started with it. So I put a lot of effort into that book. 9.6. Almost made it, but still a 9.6. I'm happy with it because it represents, again, some good quality cleaning and pressing. And somebody had a question before, is cleaning and pressing considered restoration? No, it is not. Fixing rolling or creases or removing dirt and soiling or flattening out lines and pockmarks in the book is not really considered restoration by a grading company or a grading expert. Restoration would be color touch-ups, reinforcement of the book, replacement of something that was removed, changing out rusty staples, stuff like that's considered restoration. So to clean it and press it, and I'll show you the ad back there, to clean it and press it is not really considered restoration by these companies, to answer that question. And again, this is from 1980, Captain America 252. I like the cover. Interesting story with Mr. Hyde there. Not a significant key, but a little bit of a labor of love to get it up to that standard, to clean it up that much. And like I said, almost had it. Almost hit that 9.8, but what are you going to do? And that's it. That's the empty box now. And like I said, the next, nothing huge there as far as keys. I mean, the X-Men Mr. Sinister, underrated key, I think, quite frankly. And then the Spider-Man 2099, which is a book to watch out for, because it will go up. Sooner or later, people are going to realize how difficult it is to find that in halfway decent condition. that Spider-Man, Spider-Woman also, I could see that really jumping up in the future too. As well as the first appearance of Spider-Woman. I can't remember, is that Marvel Premiere? I forget where the first appearance is off the top of my head. That's another one that, you know, could really jump off in the near future. And the next unboxings, you know, the next time I get a box back from CGC, should have a few surprises in it. A few surprises that you may find very interesting. And I may get one from like PGX or CBCS also, because I've got tons of really high quality autographed books that I would like to get done. But of course, you know, CGC is not going to acknowledge those. PGX or CBCS has to do it. So I may do something with one of them with a grouping of autographs that may be pretty interesting in an unboxing video. So hey guys, what do you think? Are you into grading? If you're not, it's cool. I mean, it's not for everybody. For some people, they do it for historical reasons or to preserve the books, to preserve the integrity of the book. Some people do it purely for value. You know, they want the books to be worth something, so they get it graded. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section down below. Some people just like the way it looks. Have it
I think it
displayed
displays
this way.
well.
Yeah. Some people are really into that. I like the way it displays, and I like to preserve the book as well. Also, it's a bit of a challenge in my case because, you know, I'm not just grabbing books and throwing them to CGC.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on these books, you know, and I've had some real amazing results in some cases, like the last unboxing that I had just done with CGC, and I had that first appearance of Deadpool that was practically junk when I got it, and pushed it all the way to a 9.6. The indentations that were on the cover, it looked like it had been scratched by like a cat's paw. I wasn't sure I could get those lines out. I was like, oh, I'm sure there's a color break in here somewhere, because the grooves went all the way through several pages but didn't penetrate. And I pulled that up to a 9.6, and I was just like, wow, I was very happy with my work. So again, guys, let me know what your thoughts are. Please do give the video a thumbs up if you got something out of it. Share it if you can. Subscribe if you're new, all that good stuff. Check out some of the other videos. You know, we are all in nostalgia here, folks. All in nostalgia here, comics and toys and movies and television and this, that, and the other. A little something for everybody. So we hope you join us. And if that's it, then what more can I say but thanks for watching, and we will see you again soon.